And
Paintball podcast. My name is working on what is going. There we go. There we go. You got me now? We here now? We're good? We're
Yes.
good? We're golden? Let's rock and roll.
Try that again.
He's there giggling at me because it would not unmute. I don't know what was going on. I'm all flustered here now. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brad Randall. With me as always is
Your
my
king
right
of paintball.
or left, that gentleman there.
This side.
That he
I'm
is.
over here.
That he is.
Right here. Your king of paintball. And we have a company. We have people here. As you can see,
We are.
Randall, we are very professional here at the Maritime Paintball Podcast on beautiful 97.9 CHSR in Fredericton, New Brunswick. We are, as far as we know, the only radio show in North America dedicated to the fine sport that is paintball. It's incredible. And the fact that they continuously give us airtime every week blows me away.
Yeah, that,
So Bradley,
you might want to knock on.
Oh, yes. Because now, and of all the things we've said and done in the almost 2 years we've been on the air, we've had our ding ding smacked a couple times, vulgarity I think once, maybe twice, but this time we actually received a complaint. We went over our time, and I grew up, and you're a little younger than me probably, but Brad understands that when we were young watching pro wrestling, if it was preempted by that damn dog show, I would lose the first 20 minutes of my episode. So if I'm listening to hip hop radio in the Maritimes and I have to listen to this voice and that voice talk about paintball and not hip hop in the Maritimes, I'd be pissed too, and I would complain to beautiful 97.9 CHSR in Fredericton. But because of that, it means somebody was listening to our show, and that's awesome. Except for Explore Paintball, who's probably in the chat somewhere. So, Brad, you want to pay some bills now that I've successfully irritated our fine providers of the studio?
Sure. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's get so, ladies and gentlemen, special thanks to these following people who are helping us along. They help keep the lights on here. Of course, we have our latest addition is Loft Gear, maker of some amazing gear bag that will be in my hands in a matter of a month, and show that off. So go check them out. Fantastic. We have Northern Heights, one of the best athletic drinks there. It's not caffeinated. It's no sugar. It's just phenomenal. Go to drinknorthern.com. Use the code Maritime PB10. Score yourself 10% off. Also, tomorrow they're making an announcement of some kind, and I believe it's coffee related. They sent a photo, and behind in the background it was a espresso machine. So we'll see. Building Paintball, fantastic group. They run some events that allow the average player to get their hands on some gear that they may not be able to get otherwise, including myself. Moncton Paintball, my home away from home, and King's actual backyard.
It is. It's
fantastic,
a wonderful place.
Go check them out when you can. Unfortunately, shut down for the winter, but keep them in mind. Come springtime,
but Building Paintball is going all winter long.
Paintball Dirt. Oh, Building Paintball is going all year. That's true. And then we have Paintball Dirt doing the fantastic job of constantly summarizing the last week or so what's going on in paintball, and it is constantly busy. Believe it or not, folks, just because there's snow up here in Canada and parts of the northern United States does not mean the paintball stops. There is a lot going on down in South America right now, and a ton going on in the Mediterranean. Sorry, I have to think about where that was. And then, of course, we have Intensity or VPL, the Virtual Paintball League, the fantastic people who have figured out how to get the kids into the sport by tricking them into playing a sport via a video game. And finally, Ntensity Customs, who make some amazing soft goods, including I got to get a pod pack. I'm going to order. That's my new thing next season. I need a new pod pack. Boom.
No.
That's what I'm getting.
Nope.
Getting the one from them.
Nope. I'm sticking with that ancient slide that I've had since you met
You're
me.
going to rock that thing till it falls off you. Yep.
Unless I find a new one.
I need a new one. I'm itching for a new one. So those are the fantastic people keeping this thing going. Now let's introduce our guest, Randall. Who are you? Why are you here?
So, hi, I'm the owner of Line of Sight Peripherals, which is which is a company that's dedicated to bringing cameras into POV for paintball masks and paintball players. And so I guess to maybe just provide an example, this would be your typical JT mask. And the reflection's pretty bad. Let's see. There's a camera embedded in there, and the user would wear this, right?
No, that's not what I want.
And you would be able to have an unobstructed view.
Thank you.
While also wearing it, and also reduce the need to have a GoPro or anything else all over your face, being a target. So,
dude, that thing is fire. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like it weighs as much as a GoPro.
It actually weighs a little bit more, but the location that it's at and where you're wearing it, you don't notice it. And even with the GoPros, you don't notice it too much, to be honest. But
it might weigh more, but yeah, your weight distribution is way better.
It is. And like, so for this one, as we can see, it's on the side. Oh, I got to find the right spot. We can see that's on the side, but really the next position is actually going to be in the back of the head on the back strap. So that weight changes. And then this heat sink, this is just a prototype heat sink. These cameras generate a lot of heat when you don't have the ability to scale down video and stuff like that and manage FPS for the video. So I went overkill with the first design because they can cook. They can really get hot.
There's nothing wrong with over engineering the first one.
That means quality.
Yeah,
exactly. That looks so cool.
So why did you decide? Why did you decide one day you were just like,
why did I do that? Okay, so it all started. I had a side hobby of just flying FPV drones at home, and one day I was flying the drone around and I slammed it into the wall and broke it. And I was like, "Well, that sucks." And then I was looking at the camera and I was like, "Hold up, this can fit in my mask." And I was like, and so I got out the hot glue gun. And I hot glued it to my Virtue my Virtue mask. That's and awesome. I had it in there and I tested it out and I was like, oh, this actually works. So then I had some other like FPV parts hanging around. So I was like, let me wire it up with one of the standard definition cameras. And at the time, I knew AO Aaron Omron from Uprising. And so I reached out to him. I was like, hey, dude, I don't know if you're still active in the sport or anything like that, but check this out. And I sent him a video and it was like a standard definition. You're talking like 360p, horrible video, but it was completely broadcasted on like a goggle headset. And I had it sitting on a chair while I was running my backyard, just like doing run and gun drills. Like, look what you can do.
This is so cool.
And so the next couple of iterations were hot glue guns and wires all over the mask. I think I posted a picture of it where it's like the JT Flex 8 with it on the nose. I was like, oh, maybe it works better on the nose. And then it's like you hold the gun and it's staring straight at the back cap. You're like, oh, that's not a good spot. So I'd try different positions and just hot glue it everywhere. And then I did that. I want to say it was about 3 or 4 years ago. So I've actually been sitting on this for a while, and I got roughly to a very early proof of concept. And I asked him if he would be willing to like ask around anyone from Virtue if they'd be interested in maybe taking on the project or something like that. I wasn't even wanting to really head it. I was just looking for someone to help out. I was like, can someone help fund this? Because I think we can do it. And he's like, no, they didn't really like it. They don't really see anything in it. And I was like, okay. And so every 4 or 5 months, new technology for FPV would come out, and I would buy a camera and I would put it on the mask and I'd run around if I was playing paintball. And I just started a family, so I didn't really play paintball much. Mm-hmm. And then I started getting my nephew into paintball from my wife's side, and I was using it as an excuse to play more paintball. And so I would start dragging out the camera. We're doing this together. And so I would still do videos every here once in a while, but I really didn't put too much effort into it. It's more of like just a fun side project. And then I want to say it was one World Cup. Jimmy Hickey from Findalay Hats posted a video a picture from inside the mask, like perfect high definition, exactly the same angle I had. And I messaged him and I was like, you did it? How'd you do this? I've been working on this like on the side Like, how did you get to this? Like, what'd you do? And then he's like, oh, we used a DSLR camera. And I was like, a DSLR camera? Like, what, like a big camera? He's like, yeah, we staged the photo. And I was like, oh, you staged it. And I was like, no. Look at this. And I sent him a picture of my whole setup. And I was like, I have a working prototype. And he's like, oh, send it over. And so we kind of went from there to, I sent my first working prototype over to Corey from Uprising. I'm hoping I'm getting names right because I'm horrible with names. I sent it over to him. He started testing it, providing some feedback, and this is still standard definition. And then I started doing research on just what cameras exist out there that are high definition that I could fit in this package. And so I found a couple cameras. I spent a little bit of money, bought a bunch of different cameras, and I started just slapping them together and then seeing what fit. And then I found a camera company that supplied what I wanted, and kind of from there just started working on the product. And that's honestly, that started, I want to say, like last year, and then going into this year, it's been a sprint. It's been insane. So and then personally for me, I love paintball. I've always had an issue with paintball broadcasting. It's, if you know the sport, it's technical, you love watching it, but if you don't know the sport, it's so hard to get someone into it and get them that adrenaline rush. And every time I've taken the camera, I have a proof of concept for a broadcastable version, and every time I go to an event where I do bring it and I show people that, I'm like, just wear it, like, look at this. And they go, oh, I'm right there. I'm like, I know. And then when the person dives, you're like right in the heat with them. It is so cool to like be like, I remember that. I know how that feels. Like, that's a bad spot to be in. And that's right. So that's kind of my passion behind it. Yeah, that's a really bad spot. They need to get out.
Derek in the comments, he says, I'm late. What exactly are we talking about? Derek, we're talking about a new take on the FPV FOV for paintball. So instead of imagine no more big clunky GoPros on the top of your head, just an itty bitty little camera between your eyes where you can't even see it, capturing what you see from behind your mask. Mm-hmm. That is.
I have to ask how the sound
absolutely has a future.
That's a good question because sometimes it gets blown out. So
if you're screaming in a mask, I would expect that distance, it's gonna get kind of.
So the microphone's actually in the DVR component, which is in the back of the head, which for some reason, like Grayson's been doing a lot of testing for me, and he still tends to blow out the mic sometimes. So I'm trying to work up a solution so that there's some sound dampening. It does have some auto gain, but when you're yelling at the top of your lungs, it'll spike it. So it'll spike it just depending on the video.
I think I would just enjoy walking around having that and getting just the commentary and the conversation would be more fun for me, because the yelling or whatever garbage I'm yelling in the back, just screaming at somebody, what the hell is that? Like, I don't know. It's the W. What the hell's the W? Like, I'm looking at the bunker talking about. I don't know. I'd love that kind of stuff. So it's cool that the sound, as long as you're not screaming, then I can live with that.
Yeah. I'm working on trying to get it better for that, but it's something, at least for the camera component and where that's at, I don't really have control over it until I take on the manufacturing and designing side for the camera DVR and the camera. Oof. It's something that I don't have ownership of, so I can't tweak it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And that's a whole new level of tough.
That's the next step. So once sales get going, it's seeing how much money's coming in, and then how do I own the whole shebang and go from there so I can do full design.
I like how he thinks.
Yeah,
I like how this man thinks.
Absolutely. 100%. I like that it's not even a matter of like if it sells, it's like I just need to know how much money I'm making.
It's really just how much money is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to sell. And there's definitely a market for it. Like Meta has shown that there's definitely a market for it. Like, they beat me to the punch in getting a release out. I was hoping to be honestly having a product back in July, and I just had design issues and technical issues. And then the Meta glasses came out, and I was like, oh, that's it. They did it. I'm like, it's so cool. But Meta has a lot of connectivity, and the league didn't want that for proper or for the right reasons for cheating, right? My camera's a dumb camera. Take my camera. So I'm actually trying to reach out to NXL and get that squared away.
I mean, yours is also self-contained, right? And to be fair, Meta brought it to market. Bose did a lot of the work already because Bose already put out a set of glasses 5 years ago that did everything but the camera. Meta,
yeah, they did everything but the camera. Yeah.
Right. So like these are billion-dollar companies, man, and you're right on their heels.
I'm just waiting for them to actually like go, oh, there's a market for that in specializing it, and then like attacking me, and I'm like, oh no, I don't have the money to go.
Buy them out, boys.
Yeah.
Do you think I became rich by writing a bunch of checks?
Yeah.
So
Zuckerberg just starts smashing your shit.
I know.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. We're on Facebook.
Yeah, but it's to talk a little bit about Meta, Brad. They're a large company, and they're doing what large companies do, which is build a general purpose product that sells well. And I think they did a great job on that. My line of sight peripherals or my goal is to be custom. So paintball, airsoft, there's some other sports out there that I would love to put cameras on. Like hockey. Could you imagine being first person in a hockey game, watching someone just check into each other? Like I would be ecstatic to see that happen. So there's so many sports out there that I think are missing.
Sorry. I'm sorry, when you speak in hockey, I'm thinking like, just imagine the shot, but it's a breakaway, and you're watching on the main screen. You got your full big screen TV, 50-inch TV, whatever. You're watching the breakaway from the camera up in the rafters or whatever, and they're zoomed in. But in the bottom, we got picture-in-picture of what that player is doing from their point of view, and it's just like, that's what we need. Like,
yes.
We've lost you, Tom.
Hello? Better?
There we go.
Yes? No? Oh, good. Quality technology on my end, boys and girls. It's only been in the last couple of years that Formula One has started with the in-camera, and it's not like above their heads like it used to be. It's actually right in the helmets. It still vibrates a lot, but it's getting there. So this neat.
Yeah, their camera sits like right by their ear. Or if in the helmet, it sits right there. And I actually test fitted my camera to a motorcycle helmet, and I fit. So I could do it too.
Cool.
It's just another like product line to tackle. I see we have a question from Derek over there. So frame rate is 60 FPS, and then the resolution is going to be 1080p to start.
That's sweet.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, not 2K or 4K.
Right now, I'm having a hard time concentrating.
No, you're fine.
No, well, I mean, you know what? I don't care what nobody says. You don't need 4K. Nobody, they're like, oh, I can shoot 4K on my phone. It's like, cool, but your phone, I mean, even if your phone displays 4K, it's a tiny ass screen, and that's what 90% of the people watch this stuff on is.
Yeah, so like my argument is even for the standard definition. So like when I was doing my proof of concepts for the standard definition, in picture, it's good enough to see a body that you're running up on, right? It's enough to see the action. And so that for me, I was like, oh, maybe they'll take it at this level because like the cost to barrier is super low with standard definition FPV cameras and stuff like that. Like I can make this work real fast. And then it was like, no, we want HD. And it's like, okay, that makes it more difficult. And then 4K, like 4K, 8K, 16K, that really is awesome when you're doing post-processing, right? Because then you can zoom in and you can see that hit and you can do a lot of editing around it. But when it comes to like picture-in-picture or just like straight-up video, 720 is really good enough.
Your eye can't distinguish anything beyond that anyway.
It's just too small. There's no pixels to support it.
No, that's just it, right? Like at that point, you're just, the system will actually just remove parts of the image to make it fit anyways. So why would you need it? right? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, picture in picture, 720 is perfect. I understand wanting the 1080. Like, I think if we slap these things onto refs and you could have your head ref watching 6 different views at the same time, yeah, they're going to want 1080. I get that.
Oh, yeah.
I get that.
We are
right?
not
But that
giving
could
this
be a
to Cliff.
premium setup.
Like, no, he
Yeah.
can't. He'd never know how to use it. He'd be so confused.
No.
It's simple. It's one button.
Yeah, but yeah, Derek says 1080, 60 FPS, more than necessary for anybody, honestly. Like, no offense to the videographers out there who are shooting 2K and 4K stuff, and you're doing amazing work, and you're doing the 120 or 240 frames per second stuff. Like, that looks amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not what these are for. This is that you're not going to get cinematic from this, you know?
No.
I think 1080 is going to be great. I think you can make
Never
it
say
work.
never. All right. I might move that route one day.
I mean,
Yeah,
you never know, right?
just
There could
to
be a
start.
massive breakthrough where they're just like, yeah.
I think
make it
I think some
work,
of the
right? Just make it functional.
exactly. It needs to work, and it needs to be there, and it needs to be easy for people to use.
That's the other side of it. It needs to be easy and self-contained. I like the idea. Like, I don't like the idea, like the Meta glasses. You need your phone, right? To do anything super cool with them. You got to have your phone with you. But if I can wear that little camera setup and just wander off into the field, and I know it's recording and it's self-contained and it's great. Like, let's go, man. Like, let's go. So, yeah, I'm just thinking, like, damn, that's cool.
My issue with the Meta glasses is that they're
I have to
ugly.
ask, though. I got to ask. The control unit, looking at that little box, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, they are a little bit. I'm going to talk to the technical side of things, because a lot of people are going to compare this to a GoPro or to whatever the new
Insta360,
Insta
the
whatever.
peanut cam.
Yeah, right. Like, they're going to compare it to that, and I want to know, like, yes, those are great and they're self-contained. They're kind of bulky. The way they're meant to be hooked up is a little bit awkward. The big, especially like the action cams right on the mask, you know, it's a little bit odd. The massive limitation on those is the battery and the storage.
Yeah.
So what's the battery like? Can we talk about the battery that's going to be like, what the plan is for the battery, for the power for these things, and the storage?
Yeah, so Max, I'll start off the battery. So the battery is going to be a 1450 or 14500 like vape battery, a lithium ion battery. That battery, it's going to be in series. So I'm not doing any proprietary batteries. You can purchase them from wherever you want and put them in there. As long as they can run, they work. Yeah. And you're going to get at a minimum 1 hour recording. Straight recording. We're talking 1 hour runtime. The video cuts it into 20
1 hour nonstop,
20-minute segments. So it would do 20 minutes and then it segments and then does the next. So that way you don't have, if it dies in between some of the recordings, it will save that 20 minutes. And so it's 1 hour nonstop. And then we had to build in some battery protection because some of the current testing we're doing, we've actually killed batteries and then killed units. And so the battery protection, once it hits that low voltage, it'll do a safe shutdown of the camera, and then it'll prevent you from restarting, and it'll let you know you have low battery. So that way it goes through a safe shutdown procedure once it's at a low battery, and then it'll say, hey, you have low battery, replace your batteries. And that way we don't damage the camera, we don't damage the DVR, you don't lose any footage. Everything is copacetic, because I definitely have some of those issues right now where we don't have that safety built in. And so during the testing, Grayson will run it all the way down to dead. And it's normal. He's playing matches, he's doing practice. That's, you know, from my point of view as a player, and you know, Grayson and Nate Schroeder, and then I think Joel from Uprising has one right now. The idea is you should not have to think about the camera other than start and start and stop, or off. It should be as simple as I got off the match, I take off my mask, I set it down. I don't even have to turn it off. I could just keep going, right? If you wanted to record in the background, it's fine. Most competitive rounds don't take over an hour, right? So you'll be able to get your whole set and just put it on, put it off. And then it'll have a light indicator for running, and it has audio indicators for stop and play. So yeah, there's that side of it. And then if you run a low battery, you should have plenty of these batteries. They're like $4 a pop. They're relatively cheap, and the chargers are available. Yeah. It's I'm trying to keep it as user friendly as possible. I know it's not as much of a moneymaker for me if I do that, but I also don't want to manage the headache of building batteries. it's another thing that I just don't want to get into.
No, it's I honestly like the idea that you're using a easily accessible battery. Like I've seen, I love watching like DIY projects, and the amount of time somebody's just like, yeah, I ordered like 60 lithium-ion batteries from Amazon so I could build my own power bank. You know, like pretty sure if you probably tear down some of the early electric cars, it's just thousands of those little lithium batteries.
That's honestly what they all
mean?
are. They're just a bunch of those cells. And then
yeah.
So that's like the battery.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. And then to talk about memory. So the max memory for that DVR is 128 gigabytes. Yeah. So, and we're talking 1080p 60 frames. You will probably I want to say a 10-minute match is roughly 2 to 3 gigabytes total, give or take. So you're talking, I'm horrible with math right now, 68 hours or 60 times maybe 68 hours is wrong. Let's just say 680 minutes, right? Or whatever that math breaks down to. I can't math right now. Should be roughly like what you get out of 120, 128. So you will run through a lot of batteries and you won't fill up the card if you're recording all day.
Beautiful. I love it. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. And those cards, man, the SD cards now are cheap. So grab yourself a nice one, get a good high quality one, good speed. You'll be laughing. How long to recharge? That's the fun part. You don't.
Yeah. So I'll grab one of my recent prototypes so you can see. So this is one of the prototypes we're finalizing. So, and the batteries would go in here.
Here, hold on. I can find the hole. Let's put you front and center, bro.
Okay. So this would be the whole unit. You'd have your battery compartment. You would pop open the door, take out the battery, put them in there, and then go from there. And they're 14500 size lithium-ion batteries, and those are they're technically AA sized. And those I think take about an hour to charge if you're throwing them on a charger, maybe 2 hours. But they're $4
but they're
a pop.
So cheap.
Buy a bunch of them.
Yeah,
you'll last the whole day. Have fun with it. There's no need to.
Yeah, the idea is to not recharge them.
Exactly. That's another thing. Like, do you really want to buy 3 peanut cameras and have swap them out? Like, my price point that I'm shooting for is definitely going to be cheaper than Meta glasses and hopefully competitive with the peanut cam. So you don't need to buy multiple cameras unless you want multiple masks with the camera, so you don't even have to think about taking it off. And I can even show how it connects. So this is a shorter cable version, but we have the DVR and the camera wire, and this camera wire, the current setup right now, let me take this off, mounts just with zip ties. Let me see if I have I'm show and tell right now. So there's 2 holes right here. Zip ties fit right through there. It zip ties into your JT mask. You can see I put a zip tie right here to hold the cable. It'll route right along here. And then if for the final version, it'll actually go to the back strap. And so it'll route along here, just put 1 or 2 zip ties. I might make a custom mount that holds the cable and maybe relieves a little bit of the tension. But the idea is to make it easily interchangeable. You don't have to have any specialty tools, just a zip ties and a clipper, and everything goes together.
That looks super cool. The overhead strap thing that you gave me, Brad, would probably
hero
take
strap. I was just thinking this needs to be with hero strap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone get that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're concerned about it,
but you know what,
bouncing around back there, that would help.
This isn't a new, having stuff hanging off the back of your mask isn't new. The XFOG system was designed with that in mind, that it hangs off the back of your head. I don't think it's a deal breaker for the right people, right? Like if that's something you want to run, you just make sure that you have a strap either going across the top of your head or whatever way it needs to go to help with that support and that whatnot. And realistically, if you're playing competitive ball, like if you're actually playing proper NXL, you should be wearing a chin strap anyways. So if you have the strap on top of your head and a chin strap, the mask's not going anywhere, and there'll be minimal jiggle, So,
not if I'm there.
Derek's comment
there will not be minimum
extendable
jiggle.
Cable. Yeah, not if you're there. Yeah, Wolf, I've had stuff hanging off my masks for 20 years. That man was duct taping VHS recorders to his head. He had
is that Wolf
mics.
Paintball?
Like it was.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
seeing photos of him in old paintball magazines. Oh
Yep.
my gosh, that's awesome.
One of those giant eight
he's been doing
VHS
recording
tapes.
forever.
Vernon from the Ninja Turtles, just with that thing
that's
stuck
so
inside his head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then he's got if you look carefully just out of frame, there's always an audio boom guy following him around too. So he's got clean audio.
Hey, if it works, it works, right?
Get the boom mic out of the shot, Brad.
Extendable cable, put portion on your belt if you want instead of your mask strap.
So there is a limitation to cable length, and that has to do with the type of video
we
broadcasting.
talked about that.
Yeah. So I am currently at the very edge-ish of that broadcastability of that cable. Now that just has to do with the actual component of the DVR itself. If I was to invest in developing my own DVR and camera, I could probably develop a system that could extend farther. Like I've had people suggest, well, what if we just make it like a harness that you can wear on your back? That way you just have a single cable going down the back of your neck. It's definitely doable, but it's more of just like spending the R&D to get into that is very costly. I spent a good 3 months trying to manufacture my own cable and extension system and wasted about like $1 or $2 grand with nothing working. And I eventually just went to the manufacturer and was like, please do this for me.
I feel like
I can't do it myself.
Answer. Yeah, the hell with this. Just someone else do it, please.
I was like, can you guys make it longer, please?
Yeah. I'll pay. Just please do it.
Yeah, they charge
for anybody
for
not.
sure.
I would hope.
Oh,
yeah, for anyone not like
yeah.
technically savvy, these aren't like HDMI cables or USB cables. Like these are fancy. Well, I'll say fancy. They don't look fancy when you look at them, but yeah.
Even RCA copper cabling degrades after like 50 or 100 feet sound wise. So this is just even
network
fancier.
cable. If you run an internet cable, you get 100 meters. After that, your signal goes no further. So these things are running a ton of information through a very, very thin wire, and that's
if I remember correctly,
make the wire
1080p
if you wanted.
At 60 frames is like almost 1 gig a second of data transfer. It's a lot. I remember because I was getting into broadcasting and doing video over IP, and I remember I tanked my network multiple times to the point where like the ISP got tired of me calling them because I was like, you guys need to replace the router. It's horrible. Like this isn't doing one gig backed. What are you talking about? So it's and with digital cables, as soon as the signal breaks, you have no more image. Not like RCA where it changes the color off and it goes black and white. Like if no signal, no image. And it's really hard to troubleshoot other than saying or hooking up an oscilloscope and being like, oh, look, your signal's below, this wave. You can't see anything. So it's above my pay grade. Yeah. And I have to hire
one
an engineer
of the
to solve that problem.
Yeah. One of the twisted pairs is broken somewhere. You're screwed. Get a new cable. Like that's how that works when you're into that world. It's weird stuff, man. It's weird stuff. And when the wires get that thin, weird things start to happen.
They conduct electricity.
The signal will hop. Yeah, if your microwave is a little too old or a little too powerful, it'll interfere with the cable. Like weird stuff happens, man, when you're talking that stuff. Like into those small wires. The pixies, man, the little pixies, the magic
Angry
pixies that make
pixies,
all the
yeah.
electronics run, they get weird when you try to stuff them through thin cable like that. They don't like
Man,
it.
they get weird when I walk in the room.
So-
Those little pixies hate me. Like all
There are
electronics.
certain
That's why I
individuals
want,
they just don't like.
Electronics don't work.
like
electronics-
those will inevitably fail around me. And Brad has seen like technology randomly fail near me for no reason. And it's like, oh, that should be fine. Bzz.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Like that was
Pretty
real
sure at one
expensive.
point I had set up a brand like an electro marker, and I was just like, all right, cool. Yeah, works great. Here you go, Tom. He grabs it, goes click, and it just stopped working the second it touched the man's hands. I was like, now, on the flip side, when you hand something that has zero electronics and it's completely pneumatic to me, suddenly it breaks. It's usually because I'm twisting screws and changing things, but you know, it's
Yeah.
Mhm. That's right.
I was given a marker that had a big sticker on it that said, "Do not touch this screw." So I turned it.
Proceeds to
Gotta
touch
stop
the
working.
screw.
It was
It works great now,
Um,
but I've had to send it to like 2 different technicians and back to the States to have it loved. But it shoots, it's terrifying now when I start rolling paint through it. But
yeah, what's this? Leon says, "Don't talk crazy. Pixies aren't reals. It's gnomes." Listen, gnomes are the ones that steal your socks and stuff. That's the ones when like
The
stuff goes missing
underpants
in your house.
gnomes.
It's gnomes.
those bastards.
Underpants gnomes. But in the computers, it's pixies. Pixies and magic smoke. Never let the magic smoke out of the machine. You let the magic smoke out, machine's done. She's done. That's how that works. So, what's your future goals for this thing? Let's say everything works out perfectly. The prototype, you get out of the prototype stage, you get into manufacturing or production stage, and you get these things out there. What's your target market? Like, what's your end goal? Do you just want to like be the next action camera, or do you want to be more than that?
Okay, so this is a really good question. So right now, my timeline and target date is to be production ready and have units in hand to bring to NXL opening, which is what, March 19th, I think. So first NXL, I should have product in hand, and hopefully I'll have a booth if money permits. I'll have a booth set up to show and tell. Because honestly, I can show you the product all day, but until you wear it, you don't know. You don't know. And I've literally had people put on and go, "Oh, I can't even see it." I'm like, exactly. Like, it's just try it. So my goal is to be ready to launch, product ready. And then from there, it's really monitor sales and see where sales are going. If sales are doing great, it's going to be taking the next step to actually designing my own camera and DVR and becoming a little bit more proprietary on the component side for myself, so that I have the ability to change firmware, make adjustments, make it a better action camera for paintball. That said,
Okay.
if the sales aren't there, it's maintain sales, make it more accessible to all users. So every mask it could fit in, I have to design for that mask. And that, unfortunately, I don't own every mask, and I'm trying to get my hands on as many as possible. But it's also difficult when you don't have the CAD files and you're having to take measurements on the inside. So it's I haven't gotten to fully designing outside of JT yet. I have a couple masks that I'm working on, but I'm focused currently on the R&D of the main product and getting that out the door before I start start working towards other mask types. So a JT Proflex to start, and then growing from there. And then really once I understand where the market's at, how many people purchase it, what's the intake, it's really getting into the hands of everyone and then seeing what the next step is. Is it a higher definition camera? Is it a smaller setup? Right? Maybe that's what you guys want. You guys want a smaller camera? Then I'll spend time making the camera smaller, making the components smaller, making it more integrated. If you guys want higher definition, then I'll tackle, higher definition, looking at components for that. It's really whatever paintball wants, I want to move towards. I do have a side project though, which is a broadcastable version, but the downside is not everyone needs broadcasting. Right? It's mainly for NXL. It's mainly for other people out there that want.
The guys in the chat might disagree with you, but
I can't repeat what the guys are saying in the chat. But
the corn
let's
industry.
just say this: there's the reason why VHS beat out beta Betamax, and there's a reason why Blu-ray beat out
Blu-ray
HD
beat out
DVD.
HD DVD. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
I think Meta has that one taken from me, to be honest. So I'll if people want to try it, they can definitely try my camera, but Meta's probably got me beat to the punch on that.
Don't put my name on it if it works, right? If it doesn't work, don't put my name on it if it
You know
works.
what? If it works, you can buy it from me. I don't care. I'll sell.
I like him more and more, Bradley.
Right.
I like this guy.
Hey, I work
All
in
the
product
same
development.
money.
It's all the same money, and it's what the user wants. So if your industry takes you one way, then you go that way. And
You got to go where the money is.
Then you go that
I love
way.
paintball. I will always try and support paintball with my camera setups, and that's going to be my first passion. But there's so many industries out there that maybe they don't have a camera made for it, and that's really, once again, my goal
Let's
is
be
to
honest
build
here.
a camera to your sport.
GoPro doesn't make money off paintballers. Like we are there, we exist, but we are not the
Aw, you're
target market.
adorable.
You know what I mean? Like they're
Aw.
so yeah, you go where the industry takes you, bud.
Yeah.
No shame. No shame. Is it waterproof or just resistant? You know, I didn't ask that.
It's a good question.
Is it
So
waterproof?
all electronics are resistant. Right now, it's not waterproof. I do have to work.
That's fair. That's a good question.
I do have to work in some waterproofing, but I haven't had a chance to go swimming with it. So the idea is, once I finish kind of final product and components and control design, the next step is waterproofing. It's relatively simple if you're talking about intrusion prevention. It's different types of silicone, maybe a different mold here, stuff like that. I'm not too splash proof. Yeah, it's splash proof because it's behind your mask.
Just dip it. Just all you gotta do is go get a can of plastic dip. When you're finished the whole model, you just dip it.
So
Now it's waterproof.
So the components came from the FPV industry, and actually there's a lot of videos out there of people running FPV drones underwater. There was a long time ago, I actually tried working with a company because I wanted their components for doing FPV recording on jet ski races, because they had a submersible unit and they completely encapsulated it except for some of the camera components, and you could water launch it and dive underwater and fly underwater. It was really cool. And so
So cool.
a lot of the components are resistant to the point where like it's not really an issue. It's just when the coating wears down and then it arcs, and then you got a problem. But most of the time it's fine. So
Yeah. Cool.
This all just sounds so cool. I love the idea, and I also like watching the drain roasting stuff too. Like when they were racing through
Yes.
a stadium with drones,
I'm-
was dope.
Oh, that's so cool, isn't it? No, I'm just thinking, like, I see this has actual proper application. Like it could be used. It really would be awesome to have. The amount of times, like, the people you see running around with GoPros and stuff, and it's like it's cumbersome, it's getting hooked on things, they're having to charge them, they have to update, they have to grab the batteries or whatever, and it's a bit of a pain. But the idea that you've already solved most of those issues. One, the camera's in the mask, so we never have to worry about it. Like, where do I bolt it? How do I get the right, the hinge let go and my camera dropped straight down. Like, that's not going to happen. And then the batteries, man, you just swap the batteries. It's a $4 battery. Go buy 10 of them. Like,
my goal is, if let's just say the camera angle doesn't work for you, you message me and say, hey, the camera, it mounts great, I just don't like the angle, I think it needs to go lower. Me designing a part to make it go lower and shipping it to you really isn't an issue, and then I can just add that to my product line. So if there's a need for something, like, I don't mind going, oh yeah, that's a good idea, I can expand and make this maybe customizable. Maybe the camera mount needs shims, right? So maybe it's shimmable. So now you can go, like, right now it's set to a standard 15-degree angle. I find that's the best. Maybe you need a 10, right? So if the direction of the product requires a little bit more customization, let's go. Let's have some fun. The whole idea is this shouldn't impact your ability to play paintball, and it should be customized to what you want to do. So if it's in my budget, I'll make it work.
This is the kind of
Right.
development that warms my heart.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great product. I want to see it succeed. Like I want one. I don't have any desire to wear a GoPro or any action cam of any kind. On my
I tried it.
I
and
have
it's
no
a
desire.
pain.
I've never had a desire to wear a GoPro either.
Yeah,
to be
but
honest.
if I could poke this thing into my mask and never have to remember it, and it just lives in my mask, and the only thing I got to remember is throw a couple of lithiums in the bag or whatever, you know, or keep
batteries and taking out the SD
and
card.
keep like a portable charger on.
Well, fortunately, Bradley, there's a
Like,
humongous bag coming soon that you could put those extra lithium-ion batteries in and set them up on the table.
Right? Exactly.
You could even edit on that table if you really wanted to.
I could.
Oh, I saw
I
that.
intend
That
to.
bag is so cool.
Dude, it looks wild.
That's so gnarly.
Right?
I want to stress test it
getting a
in
red
the
one.
worst way.
Oh my gosh. What was the price point for
Yeah,
that bag?
it's like
It was just
designed in California. Canadian or US?
US for me at least.
That's gonna make it better.
US 600.
Really?
I
That's
think
pretty
is what
good.
it was that was the
From the looks of this thing,
See, a
that
lot of people
That's,
disagree.
oh, really? A lot of people
Right?
disagree with that for like
The
a
size
carry
thing.
because it's
A
also
lot
a
of
rifle
people
case.
thought
Isn't
okay.
it?
You know, it's whatever you want it to be. That's the thing, and that's the problem. Is people weren't looking far enough. They were looking at it going, "I would never pay that much money for a paintball bag." It's not just a paintball bag. It's whatever bag you want it to be.
Whatever you want it to be.
You know, like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'll just go buy a folding table from Walmart." I'm like, "Cool, you're gonna buy one every year." Like that's
I'm gonna take
that's just how that's gonna work, bud.
you know what we're gonna do this summer. Once it shows up, we're gonna go and buy everything we need to make that bag out of like Canadian Tire or out of like the maritime equivalent. It was developed in California, but we're gonna stress test it in the winter in the Maritimes and see if it can survive. We'll get like a folding table. We'll strap it all to my army bag or my roller bag, and we'll drag that shit around and see how. You don't want to pay $1,500 for a bag? Fine, we'll make one for $200, and you'll see why you're paying that much money for one.
So something I need to do on my side. Oh, go ahead.
Yep, go ahead.
Oh, and I was going to say I need to look into Canadian regulations for electronics. So that's another like huge hurdle I have to jump over for the US. Is there's US regulations for electronics, and then that prevents me from selling. So like I can give stuff away for free right now, but I cannot sell because of the limitations that in going through regulatory testing and stuff like that. So you know, right now I'm targeting the US. If I have to look at other countries as well. So like I'm going to have to look at the EU. I'm going to have to look at Canada, Mexico, because I know I think there's a Mexican league, the MXL, that's down there and stuff like that. So there's definitely a lot to do.
You had my attention at the Mexican League.
There's a Mexican paintball league.
I am, dude, Bradley. We are in. I am in. I want to go and see Mexican paintball and eat delicious food. It's so I'm sold.
They have some really good players in there.
Oh, that sounds so dope.
The NXL is hosting an event at Aruba. So it's not Mexico, but I was just saying, like they're starting to plan these big events around like vacation spots. So there's going to be an NXL Aruba event.
That's cool.
Which sounds like an absolute blast. I can't afford it, but yeah. Sorry, the bag you mentioned, it's $650 for the base bag, and then the accessories like the little Velcro bag, the locking work surf, or the and the little bags, the side bags. People are like, "Oh, that bag's $65." I'm like, yeah, it is. So $650 US, which is like, but yes, I agree. It's
pretty cool.
Is it? It's a lot of money. Yes. Is it a good bag? Also, yes. It's a $900 Canadian. But that being said, Die Paintball somehow sold 300 of those like $900 barrels. So
no way. The titanium ones?
Wait, you didn't hear about that?
I didn't know how many they sold.
They
I heard about the barrel, and I was like, "That's insane."
Oh yeah, they did 3 separate drops, 100 each, and that's
awesome. Good for them.
Yeah, it was 100, and they sold 100% of them. They sold them all. Was this give me a boatload. Canada's wide open border. I'll smuggle your camera into and bring back Canada. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm
going with
so glad I saw that.
yeah. It's Kenneth. I love your enthusiasm, buddy.
That's a bad idea.
And same thing
Kenneth.
with Leon too. He's been at it again too, and I love the enthusiasm. Engagement's great. I appreciate you.
Yeah. It's we love the enthusiasm, and but don't do that. But yeah. So yeah, man, I gotta see this camera come to market. Like it's going to be niche for a bit, but I think once some people see the light, it's got purpose.
I hope so.
It's got a reason. It's got a place. It absolutely does.
The most recent thing that happened was when the video was reposted from the NXL recording that was on Joel, that Uprising reposted. Within 2 days, I had over 100,000 hits. I think that was about the number. My phone didn't stop blowing up, and I've never seen that much. Like when I post a video or even it's like maybe 2,000, 3,000 over a couple months. And then sometimes a little bit more from Grayson. We'll get like into the 20s, and then some of the Uprising guys will get a little higher as well. But like that one just exploded, and I've never had so much attention towards one thing, and I was so excited. I was like, I need to finish this like ASAP, because there's definitely a market for
it. It's new, man. It's new. It's exciting.
It's hot.
So maybe a little bit of
it's
insider info I can give out today. I do plan on opening up to a paid beta. So there'll be a supporter package that I got to put everything together and get all the legal stuff together on that. But pretty much you can buy in to be a beta tester, and then I will ship you a unit for free. And you'll be able to participate in the finalization of the product and provide feedback and test. I'm still deciding how many people, because I'm one person and managing over 50 people might be difficult, but I hope to have a large group, because it'll help me generate some more revenue to do the final step, which is doing electronics regulatory testing and some stuff like that, and then ordering the next set of product. And then also I get a gauge on how many people want to be a part of it. So I'll be posting a sign up hopefully at the end of December for people to fill in their information, and then I'll be reaching out to those people one by one, possibly doing in-person interviews just to get a feel for the person, and then going through there and getting it out to people in January. So my goal is for that. So hopefully all manufacturing up.
I'll sign Brad. I'll sign Brad.
Currently, it'll be off the Instagram. I do need to work up a website. Just that hasn't been my focus right now. So I will be putting up a website that will be able to link and participate.
Now this is the 5-minute warning, Bradley, because
go.
We have to make sure we are off the air on time.
I'm watching. If you haven't noticed, I'm getting whiplash from staring at that camera.
I'm looking at the camera for you too, or the time for you too.
Look at that. I appreciate it. How big is this camera? What K level does it do? Zoom, pan, tilt, 360, etc.
No, so this is a 22 by 22 millimeter camera. It does not do 360 tilt, pan. It's a fixed focus, 1080p 60 frames. So if there's a market for panning and tilting and having I've even thought about possibly putting it on the shoulder, kind of like a Predator mount, and having it follow your head, because they have head tracking now. Like it would be kind of fun to do something like that for the guys that do scenario, have like a head tracking Predator camera.
Somebody was talking about MagFed. I think yes, you'd get them with that, especially with the Predator vision.
Yeah, so there's a lot of fun things you can try and do, but Instagram is going to be Line of Sight AC. Maybe I can I post the link in here? Is that acceptable?
Absolutely, it is.
Let me see if I can
drop it, man. Put it in the comments. You should be able to post a comment. If you can't, I will. But everyone, you need to go follow them on Instagram. Go check them out. It's just Line of Sight. I think it's just Line of Sight, right? That's all it is.
Yeah, Line of Sight AC. I think it's what Line of Sight AC at gmail.com. But it's Line of Sight Peripherals is the company name.
Line of Sight _cameras on Instagram.
It's not letting me post it. I'm gonna put it in the in the studio chat, and I'll let you comment it over.
Here, I'll grab it and I'll post it for you. Hold on. Let's do this.
Appreciate it.
Boop, boop, boop.
Oh God, yeah, we got to get this out because this is neat. I like the idea of smaller cameras so that
100%.
again, you're never going to get good plays out of me, but you'll get at least something funny, and we'll know how like electronics will survive around me.
Yeah,
So,
I just did a 10-man
Bible
and I
test.
rewatched some of the footage. I was like, man, this is boring. I was like,
damn it,
God,
this is boring. I didn't expect that one to happen.
yeah, I got caught red-handed.
Okay,
cheating
to be
on
fair
one,
though, 10-man. Ooh, 10-man's not the most exciting, fast-paced paintball either. So don't beat yourself up.
It's not, but if you could, so maybe on a side tangent, there was a video I was able to get of Grayson and Cody, because Cody had his meta glasses on, and I noticed that he had them, and so I merged his video with Grayson's video, and being able to have all the players with camera live view, or not live but like recorded, it's so cool to hear the conversations go back and forth and like received and signal communicated. It really puts together a lot of the puzzle pieces of like what people just don't see and hear.
And on that bombshell, we have to thank you because
Not yet.
our next show that is pre-recorded though does not want to be preempted by paintball. We appreciate them listening to us for 5 minutes at least.
We really do. But yeah, so we've only got about minute and a half, give or take, about a minute and a half left. So, Randall, thanks for coming on, folks. If you're even slightly interested in this project, please go follow him on Instagram, Line of Sight _cameras. The link is in the comments there, and we'll tag him in all this stuff too. So you absolutely need to go check him out. And when he drops that sign up sheet, you're gonna have to race me because I'm getting there. Like you're gonna have to get there before me because I'm 100% put my name on that list.
Same.
It sounds like an absolutely phenomenal product. It sounds like something I could get in because, like I said, Tom and I have talked about before where when I'm shooting video and stuff like that, it's like I need more action stuff, but I hate wearing GoPros. This thing is going to be an all-in-one. It's just going to sit. It's going to live in my mask. That's it. That's just how
never
easy
take
it's
it off.
be. So
just leave it in there forever.
But that's it.
Exactly.
We thank you all for being here with us tonight. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff.
Yeah, all that jazz. Yeah. Next week. No, sorry, not next week. Next week is a normal week. 2 weeks from now. Never mind. That's 2 weeks. Christmas is 2 weeks away.
Yeah, I know.
Buddy. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I don't know. We'll have to do something. It's short notice, but we'll figure something out. But yeah. That's about it. I'm rambling because I have nothing to talk about for the next 22 seconds.
That's okay because that way there
Anyways.
we're off time and we don't have to worry about. It gives us enough time to make sure that everybody on.
No, we got time. We got
CHS
loads
loves
of time. No, I'm just.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. So it's been fun. Thanks for hanging out with us, folks. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and all that jazz. And Randall, thanks again for coming on the show and talking to us about your
Really
amazing
appreciate
project. Because honestly, we need more new stuff, man. Paintball's getting stale. We need some new stuff, and that's going to be new. That's exciting. So that's it, folks. We're out of here. Until next week. Cheers.